at this most interesting. We have the same 3 cores from last game for Gaimin Gladiators, right? And then we have the 2 same supports that Entity had from the first game that they were so successful on. So what do you want to ride your coattails on? Do you want to ride them onto the 3 cores that looked amazing last game, or the 2 supports that dominated? Because Katomi on his tree was pretty dominant in that first game. But yeah, let's see. I like the way that they rounded out that draft with the Bat Nature's Prophet as well too. But definitely think that they could run into similar issues as the last time. This constant aggression swarming on the map with the Centaur. I think if Ace has another game similar to last time, it's going to be pretty problematic. But should be a harder lane for him versus the Nature's Prophet and Tree.
Wow.
Or Nature's Prophet and Undying, that is, sorry.
Right, yeah, and obviously Undying, super annoying to have to deal with. You mentioned Coattails. The only hero I saw with that, actually there's 2 of them.
There's 2.
You got Pango and Stormstormer on the Bat Rider there, so.
That is the ugliest Bat Rider set I have ever seen. Click on this bat, look at his face.
Oh my god, look at him.
It is pretty.
He's
pretty
Redbeard. This is a pirate, right? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I can't tell. But yeah, this time he has Storm. He's got this matchup versus the Pango. I know Quinn's played this one a lot of times. He's been able to farm pretty well versus it. But has to be careful. Overstep your bounds one or two times. You can make a couple mistakes and you can get punished. But yeah. They don't have the Mirana this time too, which I think was actually pretty huge for the Summit Gaimin Gladiators with Ace, that constant kill threat combo. So let's see what Topo is going to be able to make happen on a Silencer. Did they cut any trees? Starting to cut some trees up top for the tree lane. I see Celery has a Quelling Blade again, but... All right, let's see. Let's see how they do. Can they slow down Watson with a Undying in the lane?
I mean, this is really the thing to me that's been the story of this tournament. Or rather, well, yeah, I guess the tournament, but I was thinking just the series, it was going to be Quinn versus Stormstormer. That's been kind of exciting. It actually has been more Quinn versus Fishman, which is weird, but whatever. That's fine. There's some beef going on. But it definitely feels like Lina has been the one that's taken over the game every single time that we've seen it. And right now, Entity decided to give it back to Gaimin Gladiators. And it seems like their solution is, okay, we're going to deny out a bunch of creeps. Will it work, though?
It's a great question, because yeah, not a whole lot has been working against them unless you have one of those also super range carries, like the Sniper, the Drow, something that can also match that range. And also, lots of different heroes that get in the face of the Lina. So this time around, they do have at least the Bat, of course, and the Tree who can like sneak around and stuff like that, but not the most of those heroes that just get right in that Lina's faces. Yeah, we're seeing that mid matchup. I mean, it's a bit tough for Quinn. He's endured this before. He's played this matchup a million times. Always gets last pick, the Bat Rider versus him. So will be a slower start for him this time around.
Yeah, has to deal with that one. As Ace is going to get bullied back by Fishman. They have the creep pull coming though. And you know, it's interesting too. There's obviously different dynamics at play here, but I was thinking back to the China games that we saw, and there was the Monet versus JT. Monet was playing Sniper in that game, was playing against an Enigma, and the entire game he just couldn't find him. That range, keeping people at range, is really hard to deal with. And it seems like it could be a similar problem for Toby in this one. How does he actually get on top of Duraccio? It feels like it's going to have to be the Bat Rider starting that tempo, and then Toby comes in afterwards, maybe.
Absolutely. Especially also that he's playing versus Global. He's playing versus Pango, who can eventually itemize, as T was saying, with that Basher and stuff. So, yeah, definitely not easy. Could be a hard one for Toby to be able to actually get any of those black holes off. Maybe he goes for a build that's not based around the black holes, though, then, right? Maybe he can go for that like lens build that we used to see with that Shard. Looks like he's got the urn queued up at the start here, but could see something along those lines.
Yeah, just don't level it. Who cares?
The threat of the black hole, as they say, right? Always the threat.
Take stats, man. Why not? Everybody else is doing it. So Quinn in that mid, it's not been completely terrible for him.
No.
Still getting stick charges, obviously. Keep spamming that one out. Has the bottle coming to him on the courier. Now, for Stormstormer, we'll have to see if he is managing to get some of those stacks built up by the rest of his team. And yeah, this is a problem. LSA connects. Some pretty good damage there. But Celery looks to be okay.
Oh my god, seeing CM past the tower in 3 minutes, you're like, uh-oh, he doesn't have boots. He's not moving anywhere, but we'll be able to get away. Good stun. And yeah, definitely seeing a big difference in the bottom lane. They can't actually put any pressure onto Fishman, can't slow down Watson at all. So a free start for the Nature's Prophet, which means that he can also look to make rotations really early. Sometimes you do see even these safe laners make a TP just for a kill and then TP quickly back bottom. So always have to be aware of that on those side lanes and mid even for Gaimin Gladiators.
If Quinn uses that swashbuckle in sort of an inopportune time, particularly with Stormstormer there, it could just go south so quickly. Stun. And keeping control of him, but the body blocks Ace, able to sneak his way through still. They have the tombstone down, and One more zombie spawns. Tofu looks to be fine along with Ace.
Almost get the body block. Real close for them to get it. He will give the XP, though, to Watson. That's the other thing that you want to do when you're playing with the Nature's Prophet in lane. Give them as much XP as possible, right? Get that Wrath up early. And always just swarm these other lanes incredibly fast with that big potent damage that comes in. So Fishman walks away, gets bounty.
And particularly after that earlier series that we saw today where MP just looks so solid. It'd be cool if we ended up seeing that Aghanim Scepter build again. Not sure if it's going to happen or not, but that was pretty sick. I liked it a lot.
Hope not from the safe lane.
Okay.
But
I can dream.
you can dream.
Now Watson probably just going to be going the more right-click oriented build as Quinn takes some damage there from Stormstormer. They glyph the wave, and yeah, they're moving in right on top of them. In trouble. No more bottle, but
Celery's here.
Celery, the savior. Yeah, and Tofu tipping is like, yeah, man, thanks for that.
Yep. It's going to give him some regen as well. Salve and a Tango to help out Quinn. The dive was... They knew that dive was going to come at some point because of the level. He saw that point in the flame break, so... Does get punished for it, Quinn. That means he's going to hit 6 at a way faster pace than that Bat Rider. So we will see that Rolling Thunder coming out very early, and Stormstormer only level 5.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem.
About to be 5 up for this creep, yeah.
And going in for the bots.
Yep. Usual build-up. Doesn't want to rush his BKB. You always want to have boots travel first on the bat at bottom.
Couple damage is there on the Fishman. Needs to eat his way through those trees. Tofu also backs out. So just a lot of trading spells. No kills down here, really. All that much, at least. And as you can see, Fishman needs to be careful about his movements, just in case things go awry.
They might go here. They have the Tombstone at the ready. Fishman's trying to go for some trade. Ace is still farming, actually, a bit better than I'd expected him to versus this lane, versus the Undying. He's got 20 last hits to his name. It's pretty good.
Feels like his Centaur has been looking pretty solid here.
Yeah.
High base damage, obviously has regen out the wazoo, and particularly with that Ring of Health.
He recognizes, too, this lane isn't really that much of a kill lane. It's more of just a sustain lane. You can see his skill build reflect that. 2 and Retaliate. None in the double edge for now.
We'll actually pull that creep wave over there. But level 6, therefore Quinn wants to go back and forth onto Stormstormer. Is it going to be enough for the kill? Has to jump away. And after they throw out the Q, it'll just be a jaunt on out.
And not quite enough. Stormstormer will get the rune. We'll at least have that to heal himself up after that. And he gets some regen given to him, Katomi. So there's that level 6 Quinn. As we were saying, he gets that a little bit earlier versus the Bat, even though Bat was dominating CS because of the kill. And Toby, he has been doing a good job of slowing down. We do finally see Ace drop, and now Tofu also.
Yeah, this is a problem. All the treants, and of course just that right click came through. It's enough for the kill, and that is one of the lanes that was supposed to be going pretty well for him.
Yeah, they'd recovered really quite well versus that like Undying, because how the Centaur works, you always just end up taking so much more damage versus the treants and the Nature's Prophet, but step up just a bit too far. And that's going to allow Watson now. That 6 is going to come out any moment, so watch top lane, watch mid lane as well too. There could just be that big swing that comes in from the Wrath of Nature.
Stormstormer holding level 6. Thinking about going. Does he bait it out onto Quinn? He did skill up the lasso there, but doesn't go for it.
Yeah, he's got lasso, and yeah, there's the 6 on Watson, so they're ready to make a move anywhere on the map.
Tofu in trouble. Uses the lasso on the silencer, actually.
Okay.
And Quinn jumps up to high ground. Using the roll here, won't really be able to transition this into anything. Has to just get out of harm's way.
Gets the ward, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bold move by him. Does not appear that concerned about Stormstormer as soon as that lasso's down, but does he need to be? Thinking about going. Fishman diving the tower. Shield crash, very survivable. Has another swashbuckle, tries to live, and is going to get brought down. Stormstormer burns him, and Quinn just not quite fully there with it. And immediately the tips come out.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they knew that they could keep chasing him with him playing a little bit confident, trying to like stay his ground. His top
big move. Watson chases Duraccio. He was trying to go there onto Toby, and now he's going to get punished. Does he have a way out of here?
He's got a quelling.
Hiding through the trees. Another hit connects, but the sprout is there. And just like that entity, they are looking completely different here in this game.
Yep.
Celery in trouble. Double bounty run for Fishman.
Tombstone.
And this is going to be another kill. 6-1.
It's picking up the pace, and now with that kill top also, they can get this tower. They have the Eidolons and the Treants, so quickly going to get brought down. And with bottom, Stormstormer makes a quick move off of it all and forces the Centaur out of lane. Anthony, this early game looking phenomenal.
Yeah, and all off of, again, like you were talking about, the rotations from the NP getting the kill onto Ace early, and then of course making those moves. So solid stuff.
I think he has a Midas done already too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he does. Treads and a
God.
Midas on Watson at pre-9. Well, it's gonna get to him around like the 9-something mark, but still, that is crazy how fast. All because of that little situation, right? Like they were recovering bottom on the Centaur, overstep your bound once, bam, this happens. So now you're in a tough position here on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Everybody's pretty squishy versus all these nukes and versus a Wrath of Nature that's going to constantly be up.
But we talked about it, and what we thought was going to be the danger zone was the Lina, the hero that sort of dominated this one. And instead, it's looking like the NP.
The Lina's just been slowed down, right? Sure, you kill off some Eidolons, but if you look at the actual denies of the Enigma, he's got 21 denies. That really does start to add up, even if you kill like 10 or 15 of those Eidolons. You're missing out on 21 creeps.
Ace gonna try and recover this. You can see that after those couple of bad plays, rough situations, now Gaimin Gladiators sticking together. They find the tree. These two supports do a ton of damage. And will it be enough? Yes. Black hole completely off the mark. Don't worry, nobody saw. Now Tombstone down too. Okay, rolling backwards and forwards, finding this Undying. But Quinn realizes he can't do that much more. Has to get out of there.
Stormstormer actually opting to try to go for the Flame Break play onto Ace rather than going for the lasso. He actually is able to just stampede and walk away after it there. So maybe wanted to hold the lasso for a bigger type of opportune kill or something. But yeah, it doesn't get the kill there.
Quinn moves in, picks up the Arcane, and Duraccio just had to sit there and watch it for a little bit, trying to get his farm up. Not really that many stacks, it looks like, either in the jungle for him.
And there's some stacks on, stacks on the Entity side, but none on the Gaimin Gladiator side. That is a massive stack, actually, for the bat. He's going to be very happy, Stormstormer.
I'll watch what he's at right now. 4,300. And also another on the hard camp here, too.
Should be at like 5K after he clears both.
That's really good. Get to the BKB. Well, an incredibly good start for Entity, and Gaimin Gladiators now go back into the bag of tricks, figure out what they want to do.
Need time in particular. They need to, I think for the most part, this game is going to be playing around Ace's timing, which has been delayed a lot, because besides that, they don't really have these great ways of initiating fights. It'll have to be Quinn to just kind of force himself in there, but there's answers for Quinn. Black Hole's on cooldown, of course, because of the one that we did not see up top, but the Tree Ult and the Lasso are preventative measures versus Rolling Thunder, so yeah, Entity, they have answers, and Quinn is kind of the one that has to be this playmaker at the moment to open up the map a little bit for Lina, for Duraccio. So let's see if they're able to find anything, and let's see if it does get counteracted by the side of Entity.
Got Tomi down here bottom, gonna cut the wave, as you often see. Only 1 point right now in the grab, so keeping it fine on the Nature's Grasp.
Yep.
Still, they don't really come and contest this. So Gaimin Gladiators, they're about to be scouted by these treants. This type of a move right here definitely hurts when you can't sort of make that kill happen. In the meantime, there's stacks still going on in that triangle.
Yeah.
Super efficient play.
Ruin will spawn bottom, the Invis, and oh, he actually frostbites the creep as it was about to kill that Invis too. He does kill off that train. So yeah, farming game for Entity after those lanes went well. They're feeling real good. And Quinn, it's a deep jump forward. Tumbler's toy with an Arcane Rune. He wants Fishman, but Fishman's like, you're not getting me. I have my ult on.
Yeah, and so Quinn just going to go invis, run away. He's underneath a ward right now. Has to be really careful. If Batrider steps forward, can maybe catch him there.
Dire's middle tower is under
But
attack.
no. Plays it safe, backs away.
They're winning out on this farm game quite
Yeah.
consistently here on the side of Entity now. Enigma occupying top. He's about to have Blink Dagger, that Midas, of course, for Nature's Prophet. Yeah, all looking good right now. And they are keeping their towers alive and just kind of keeping the farm going too, right? They just have Katomi bottom, parked up, level 3 living armor on both the mid tower and the bottom tower, so preventing that push.
And Tofu was out the last word. Can't get him.
Doesn't want to go for it.
Yeah. So they don't manage to get a kill there, but Stampede down. Do they want to do something with that timing now for Entity? I mean, again, you're just like little whittling away at these towers, but with the tree in the game, it's not really that effective.
Yep, gets healed right back up. I believe, yeah, is that the blink? Yeah, blink on Toby. So they have to watch their positioning. Global has to be at the ready quickly here for Tofu if his cores do get caught inside of it. Again, they're still looking to be active. Hasn't been too successful with a couple of these rotations, but they're really trying to find something. But Entity, they've got a perfect read of it.
Yeah, they know exactly what's going on. Again, these treants pushing out across the map, you know, seeing all the things that are there and who's not there, most importantly. And that signals, okay, time to get out of the triangle. But Quinn gets some farm.
They saw the swashbuckle there. Are they going to try to go for something here?
The treant's right on Quinn.
Yeah.
Swashbuckles away. Tofu trying to run out. Oh my god.
That
Are they
hits
going to
him?
use 2 ultis for this guy? No, they're just going to be able to get the 1 kill. Tofu goes down, but yeah,
What a
the
play.
long range overgrowth.
That was sick. Like the
was really
perfect,
cool.
the perfect distance, really, it seems like for it. Yeah, dude, look at the gold on Katomi.
Dude, he's so formed. What the hell?
He's gonna have a blink dagger. So okay, for the team fights, right now it's he's gonna have this before Centaur by a significant margin, and that makes Quinn's game a lot more difficult. Sure, it's about to be 15 minutes. He can buy the shard, of course, to be able to dispel it, but that's gonna be pretty problematic. Lots of different ways to get in Alina's face too.
Very low on HP right now. Get healed up a little bit by Celery. Bottle refill from Tofu.
Yes.
And needs to make some type of a play, it feels like. I guess they are just waiting for the next set of items for themselves. As Tree Blink is done.
Oh my god,
Dude.
it's so early.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's before Centaur Blink.
Yeah, Ace is still 700 away. They are making the move down here. This could maybe catch Stormstormer off guard. Quinn is in the area.
Stampede, jump, diffusal, control. Katomi, does he want to turn this one? Doesn't look like it. They're going to cancel TP and actually use global for this.
Okay, that was pretty very over-aggressive global. Now they won't have it for 2 minutes, so perhaps Anthony could look to actually take a fight down here with the Enigma making the rotation. Yeah, Toby's on his way.
Immediately pings
It's
come
spotted.
out.
Yeah, they have a ward. Maybe they actually catch him on his rotation.
See if they go for it. Toby there. Nothing gained. But Ace, he's confident just to stay down here with that Vanguard and keep beating away at the tower. So with this catapult, they're going to claim their, I think, first tower here.
Looks like he should be able to finish it off. They are rotating, though.
Oh my
As we
god,
say this,
dude. Ace, he's going to get caught. Nowhere to go. The stomp is there. And just like that.
It's alive.
Oh, wow. That is rough. That one hurts so much. I can't believe they kept it alive.
Catapult was mid-animation, and it gets turned into Eidolons. They actually would have had the tower there, but a perfect timing from Entity.
That is really good stuff from them. And for Gaimin Gladiators, gotta be frustrating. Quinn pops the illusion rune.
Uh-oh.
Needs to get out of there. Swashbuckle. Does he have the range, though? Tries to get away. And Celery, enough slow there to stop Stormstormer from going any further.
All right, they're buying time for Dyrachyo to farm is the positive thing there for Gaimin Gladiators, but yeah, missing out on the tower. They want to go back down to take it out because they know Katomi's just going to keep healing it up, but painful one.
Dies right here.
Uh-oh.
Stormstormer right onto him. In trouble, and with the TP rotations, he knew he was dead.
Oh boy.
That one hurts.
That one really, that was all the time that they've spent now to be able to secure Dyrachyo, the safe farm to finish up the BKB. It's going to get slowed down significantly. Entity. Looking like a totally different game this time around with a 10-3 lead, 4K advantage, heavy amount of team fight again on them.
And you can see again, this game was favoring Gaimin Gladiators on the esportsbets.io odds earlier, but right now, definitely in the favor of Entity, feeling like they're in a solid position, and with that Blink Dagger ready to go. And I'm wondering if that counter initiation is going to be kind of rough. Although Stormstormer doesn't have much HP.
Yeah, he's got to go heal, but he's going to have BKB done for the fight. Katomi, whoop, gets scouted by Tofu.
Gotta run, gotta run.
He's been hit, though. Can't walk into the trees just yet. That's fine. Tower, though, has healed up 600 health. So they'll be able to drop it down here now, maybe, but let's see if Entity looks to fight again. They are already rotating the support and the Enigma down.
Dude, this guy has had 1, maybe 2 points in Nature's Grasp this entire time, and he's been able to keep this tower alive.
Here we go.
It's got to be so frustrating. Quinn, he sees 1 TP in. Stormstormer's there. Can they break it off? It looks like it's going to be a retreat from Entity for now. With no NP, but having the BK, or rather just the black hole ready, they would need to find that silencer first. And Tofu's staying very far back.
They really wanted to try to get the fight there with
Yeah.
Stormstormer coming down, but can't quite. All right, tower eventually finally does fall. But I feel like it's taken them a long time, right? I think they wanted to get that tower 5 minutes ago or so. Entity's done an excellent job of just preventing, stalling it out. And something rare to say is Lina not at the top net worth.
I know. I mean, she's definitely catching up. Like you said, Duraccio having a better game. That death over there on the top side of the map was hurting a lot. But the other question is going to be now, how do they decide to defend this? Do they decide to defend this?
There's no Rolling Thunder,
That's
20
so hard.
seconds. This is a perfect timing for them with the Tombstone, with the Flesh Golem amp up. Let's see.
Dude, Kat told me there's no vision over here for Gaimin Gladiators at all. They find Celery, move forward. Stormer there. Lasso now global used. They can go for that black hole if they need to. Ace able to control and do some good damage there. But again, with CM, with Centaur done, this defense is not feeling like it's going to happen.
No, they have Rolling Thunder back up, but yeah, it feels pretty typical for them to just commit into the pit here. Yeah, they've gotten away with it. Even checking the high ground too. Katomi's on the prowl with Toby. They actually find Quinn.
And let's be careful.
They might just hold him
now.
Yeah.
And yeah, they drop it. Black hole immediately onto Quinn, first of the game, and they punish. So all over the place right now. Entity just firing on all cylinders, making the good plays they need to.
They're playing perfectly around all these, pretty much all the heroes that they're afraid of. It's the Centaur and the Pango for the most part, and continuing to play super aggressive. This Blink Dagger early on Katomi is really causing big problems.
20 minutes in now. NP, top of the net worth. They get a mech done on the Undying.
And he's double stacking.
Yeah, why not?
Constant double stacks.
Keep the farm game going.
Duraccio, he's kind of been stacking a little bit for himself for the most part. About to have BKB though, so we'll be able to perhaps join into fight, but there is all those BKB piercing ults that we've mentioned multiple times.
Do you think it's worth it to try and like make plays happen while Black Hole is down? Because I feel like it's not even the most important part of the fight is, well, they get one. Celery spots out Stormer, trying to slow this down. Quinn is there. Look at that Wrath of Nature damage. The Root comes out and tries to back away. It's not going to happen, but a good stun from Mason. Duraccio ready to beat away. Can they find any more overgrowth? But Katomi starting to drop. Duraccio is a menace here. A triple kill for him. Watson has to run, but can he get away? Quinn still rolling forward, and Ace liking what he's seeing from his carry player as the stun connects and everybody from Entity goes down.
Gotta go down twice.
Doesn't have a way out of that one. Ultra kill for Duraccio. The farm waiting time game was worth it.
Oh yeah, big stun there from Ace. The initial go gets, I think, a stun on maybe 2 or 3 of them, and then perfect angle from Duraccio to be able to get the follow-up. Entity getting a slightly over-aggressive there and getting punished. Can't underwhelm. Can't ever count out this Lina, the damage that she can pump out. Brigand's Blade, I believe, was picked up just before everything too, so Duraccio's able to just quickly clean up. But now Duraccio looks like he's going to die while we have this quickly going on. Toby.
Oh no, Duraccio!
Does he have enough? He does.
Oh man. Well, Gaming, you can see that this fight, that stomp from Ace there, absolutely perfect.
Yeah. And the Root, I believe, comes out, and the BKB immediate from Duraccio wasn't able to actually use it on afterwards, so. All right. They find themselves back into the game completely, but then they do lose Duraccio.
I feel like this is something that we've seen more and more often, is like Aegis claimed immediately into a fight that just feels bad, and then we're chilling for a little while again.
Yeah, they tried to go aggressive without a lot of their ults up, right? I think Lasso was still slightly on cooldown. Tree ult was actually on cooldown like 5 seconds as they were making the initial go, and then it came up right afterwards, so slightly overzealous by Entity, get punished. And we're back to a much more even game.
And I think for both of these teams, you know, you think about what this match might mean to them. And expectations, I've seen anywhere from like 4th for these guys down towards like 6th. Some people have them as high as like 2 or something, depending upon the team. So you win this type of a match, if you can come away with the victory in this best of 3, that might seriously impact, and it will, the chances of them going to a major.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's Quinn.
Overgrowth
They
there.
double down for him.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy one. So Quinn, no way out of that one.
Is a lot used though. They even use they use Flesh Golem, Tree ult, Tombstone, Wrath, and they used everything onto this poor man.
Still have Black Hole available,
This is true.
but with Global there, imagine that things could go awry if the fight's not taken well. Do Gaming decide to try and take an engagement with all these ultis on cooldown?
Perhaps when the Pango does respawn, I think
Yeah.
they could look to go for this big fight here.
And Shadowblade done for the Lina. link that we just saw there, the BKB completed for the NP. So that'll allow him to stand his ground a little bit more.
Early gem on the side of gaming. I've seen them, they did this a lot, especially last year as Katomi tries to force perhaps a BKB, but can't quite. Yeah, early gem being picked up, just I think it's because of the tree in particular, but also just trying to make sure they don't get gone on first, because there's so much initiation that we've seen from the side of Entity that I think gaming's just really trying to prevent being under vision for that to happen.
Also taking away that vision, allowing that Shadow Blade to do its work.
Definitely.
Fishman caught. And with the rest of the team nearby, do they want to counter-initiate onto Celery? No, instead they find Ace. Okay, Lotusaur backs out of there. Tofu hanging on to that global. LSA connects. Duraccio brings down one. Toby's out of there. And now Quinn showing up, ready to roll. They have BKB still available on Watson, forced to pop it there. As the rest of Gaimin Gladiators again come out with the victory in this fight. Invis Rune on Ace. Can he find anybody else? Spot Stormstormer here. The rest of the team moving in. This could be a nice pickup for him. Jump immediately catches. And they didn't spot that Invis Rune. Gonna get punished. Gaimin Gladiators just perfect movement. LSA Celery barely lives. They keep him alive. Unreal. Oh my god, dude. Ace was right there.
So close. Great aggressive plays, just pushing the envelope. 2 BKBs used defensively on the side of Entity. Does not save the Bat Rider either. Does get stuck onto his Gaimin Gladiators, completely finding their way back into this game.
I mean, that was a huge swing.
Yeah.
And, you know, you start thinking about what that could mean going forward. This is a lineup that definitely can start snowballing. They're still incredibly farmed on the NP. Watson can always be in these fights if things sort of come together perfectly. But they need more control.
Yeah, and he's not Alina, so he doesn't have the innate, of course, built-in Fiery Soul.
Right.
That crazy amount of attack speed that you always just get to have that crazy right click too. So is always going to be a little bit less damage that's going to be coming up from that Nature's Prophet and right clicks. Unless he's significantly further ahead in farm, which is no longer the case.
4 staffs everywhere. These late game fights are going to start to get a little bit crazy, I can tell.
Now, how many do they have? It's 2 on the side of Gaimin Gladiators and a Lotus Orb, it looks like, yeah. So multiple forms of being able to protect them from the multiple jumps, right? That's the thing that Entity does have, multiple forms of initiation, but now they have multiple forms of resetting the fights on Gaimin Gladiators versus this.
Just sort of the way that both of these teams are positioning themselves. Gaimin taking over the Radiant jungle, and likewise Entity dodging away, trying to farm out their triangle and then start heading up top with the Bat Rider. But this could turn into a tier 2 tower taken. Straccio right underneath it.
Yep, it's going to die in seconds. This Lina.
Nobody wants to come over and defend this one at all. Do Entity decide to make any type of a move afterwards?
Gaming is sticking down here. They pop the glyph versus the glyph so they can keep their creep wave alive and keep the push going.
Scouting in case somebody's there. Entity still just chilling. They go for a smoke play now. Mid lane, they spot one.
He's pretty deep.
Has to be careful. And of course, with that roll up ready is always going to be okay.
And he's got a full Aghanims now too, so he is incredibly farmed on Quinn. Delaying a Basher for some time, it's probably just because he has that silencer to deal with the Enigma at all times, but he's going to be doing tons of damage in the fight.
Jump right at the start, finds one, needs to be careful. Stampede, the mech popped. Eats one out of it now. There's the root. The roll is going to be coming through in just a moment, waiting for that black hole, but they already popped the global. Ace trying to run away. He's in trouble. The rest of the team was not here as the roll is going to be interrupted, but Quinn tries to back away, get some good damage out there, and black hole immediately afterwards. With global down, didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, they got the jump forward. Tofu's like pump faking his global, but then ends up using it, and not at the most optimal time. Quinn still is able to get caught. A lot of ults again used. I think everything from the side of Entity. So perhaps when they do respawn on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, again, it's going to be go time. Just have to try to take advantage of these ults. Did they get the gem clicking around? I don't know if they did, right? I don't think they took it, right?
Look like it.
Where is the gem, actually?
Oh, it's lost to time.
Trying to find it. No, they did get it.
Oh, okay.
They took the gem, and now it's at the base. It's at Entity's base.
Okay. Yeah, probably not worth potentially giving that one away again.
No, I think they're probably pretty. But also carrying it's not a bad idea. Perhaps Stormstormer will carry it at some point soon, since he is playing versus that Shadow Blade.
He's scouted. Give him the bullwhip.
Whoop.
Tommy there, jumps away. Toby, blinked high ground.
That is a... he placed a bid, but he's got the backup of his team, and there
Tombstone down.
Dyrachyo.
Chasing, thinking about it. Dyrachyo in trouble. BKB has to get out of there. Stormstormer thinking about chasing Ace. But with that Lotus Orb, it's a little bit too scary. Quinn just rolls in. Okay, bouncing back and forth. Can burn through these heroes' mana. Incredibly annoying to play against with that Diffusal Blade. So Quinn able to jump out before things get too scary.
Things are going to start getting scarier for him, too. That level 20 is about to be there for Watson. So that leash, it will be there to hold the Pango in place pretty soon.
Yeah, one of the most annoying elements of this hero when the Sprout leash is just can't do anything. You're stuck there.
Oh, and it looks like actually it was... Okay, apologies for that. It looks like it's actually their gem on the side of Entity that they have, and Tofu actually still had his. They had hit it, I think, on one of the couriers. My bad. I was clicking around. I didn't see it.
Makes sense. Well, nonetheless, with Roche back up again, and Pango roll still about 20 seconds away. We'll see if Gaimin want to come and contest this one as it's starting to fall.
Falls fast.
They got to make a move if they want to do it right now. Doctoring Core done for the Bat Rider. Ace steps out. Watson, after a little bit of posturing, heads back into the pit now.
There's so much information here for Entity. Katomi's just waiting and waiting for his jump.
Waiting for it. It's really close now. The roll comes out in time. Able to connect. The disarm is there, but they've already gotten the Aegis. Now Toby in trouble, burning through the mana. Watson pops that BKB. Control onto Dyrachyo. Can they kill him off in time? Laguna Blade turns to Toby, but he's living all of the heal coming from that Satanic, and Dyrachyo outlasts that NP. Triple kill for Dyrachyo. Just perfect coming out from Gaimin.
Satanic, too tanky. You see Watson trying to fight him back, but he does not do nearly enough damage versus that Lina. Perfect coverage. They approached. The Pangolin came back up at perfect timing there for Quinn to get the initiation.
Oh my god, dude. That damage is insane. What
It's
the
so
hell?
Crazy.
Yeah, that hero still appears to be very strong.
Yeah.
And now finally going to claim this mid-tier 1 tower for Gaimin Gladiators.
And it's also that the fact that the Lina is also able to hit targets who are always like lucky shotted too, right?
Yeah.
From the Pango. Everybody's getting that effect onto them, so less armor, just getting wailed on. And yeah, they still have like most of their ultis up because the global was there to cover with the initiation. A great play really from Gaimin Gladiators.
We'll see what the solution is now. Again, no black hole used. It kind of has that feeling where the fights feel like they need to be perfect because just once Lina's let loose to unleash, if she's not dealt with, they can't do anything.
Yeah, it's just too hard for them to get off a lot of their ults. Like they're never going to be able to get these black holes off. Global's just being held perfectly or just being popped on the initiation. So Entity, now they're going to look to take advantage of these ults perhaps being on cooldown.
Celery
Pretty deep forward, but he's gonna get out, it looks like.
Stampeding, the dog running very quickly to go join. And yeah, they will retreat together, holding hands, back across the river. 7K gold lead. And, I mean, I'm really surprised at actually how farmed the Silencer's been able to be.
Yeah, I noticed that as well just a few moments ago, too. They have 4-step and a Lotus. They have so many different ways to cover each other versus Lasso versus the trio now, too. And Lino, as we said, Dyrachyo, well, he did have like 1 or 2 deaths. 12-3-2, top of net worth, nearly an AC finished, and his Gleipnir on the horizon too. Almost 25.
God, he's so strong.
Literal turret in the fights.
Yeah, their turret is better.
Oh, he has the full AC. Oh yeah,
Okay.
he does have the full AC
my
already.
God.
Okay, so tons of minus armor with that in combination with Lucky Shot.
Maybe ready to go and put the finishing touches on this game if they're not careful on the side of Entity.
Starting to feel like perhaps.
Stormer scouts himself for a second. The roll-up is there with the Blink Dagger ready.
Got the stun.
He starts the fight. Katomi barely able to connect there onto Dyrachyo. The turn onto Stormer, almost getting the kill. Fishman already dead. Katomi still on top of him, but Watson, he just doesn't have the damage. Trying to run away from this Lina. Anybody that shows up just gets demolished.
He literally A-clicked, right? That was pretty much what Dyrachyo did there. Gets Sprout leashed. He's just like, okay, I'll just attack what's in front of me. Easy peasy. Level 25 now finished.
God, Watson needs that AC, and probably another item on top of that.
Yeah, he can't trade toe-to-toe with this Lina. And this is the initiation, they get the chain stun to catch this Batrider before the BKB. He gets the BKB but gets finished, and yeah, of course, another little bit of a tip. They're feeling pretty confident, I feel like, in this one now.
You can't tip into dropping the ball and losing the game, though. It's not the way to do it. We'll see if he can keep up this momentum. But right now, at 33 minutes, Tier 2 tower top, going to get hit, taken down. And Gaimin Gladiators with, what, 4 minutes until Aegis? Curious if they decide to sort of really push this tempo or just wait, dominate the map, shut down these areas. Because there's always that danger of a black hole coming in.
Yeah, they have the coverage always. Tofu, man.
Yeah.
He's even going to perhaps be able to itemize. Like, I could honestly see him queuing up Refresher at this point because of how farmed he's getting on the silencer. So, game looking very difficult for Entity to get these ultis off. Even though they got this early blink on Katomi, they had Watson doing super well. We've started to hit that critical mass where Toby's unable to have a game because he just can never black hole, and then there's this Lina who's just able to free fire.
Completely alone in these fights. And even if you jump on her, like, as long as right clicks are coming out, you're not killing her.
No, definitely not. Full Gleipnir now done too after that 25. He's max slotted already pretty much on the Lina.
And Ace has a heart done.
Yeah.
What a monster.
Gets the Stampede cooldown at 22. Can always help out his buddies.
You think the Retaliate aura is ever worth it?
No. Okay. Never, ever.
I was dreaming.
I always hope that talent gets replaced.
With what? What do you want?
Just anything, because the Retaliate becomes super underwhelming fast because it's physical return, and most of the physical people are hitting you have high armor, so it just usually doesn't feel that valuable. Unless you're playing versus Pango, and he swashbuckles at 5 heroes that have Retaliate aura or something like that, but never really the case. As Entity trying to get some positional advantage.
Gaming very willing to walk up this high ground here.
Yep.
They spot the Enigma Courier.
I think Ace is feeling pretty confident that he won't die if he just walks into them here with this heart.
Follow the Couriers, find the kills. Fishman is the one that gets got. It's a quick jump in there. Well, maybe. Dude, is he going to drop your items? Just do something. No, he's not going to do it. I was waiting for it.
They have to just full bail. They cannot take any fight now at this point. Stormer. There's the DD Lina.
I mean, even these kills that were sort of somewhat available there, like the Pango, for instance, with the overwhelming blink now, he is so big as well.
Yeah, very tanky. Blastery plus that HP pool incredibly high, and it's just going to cause havoc when he jumps into these fights versus these supports.
So
harder and harder.
I guess the one thing that is nice about this lineup for Entity is that with the NP, you can do some pretty good split pushing, cutting waves back behind like tier 2s or whatever, but also if Watson ever gets caught, it's just, it's curtains.
They also do have the, I mean, they're always going to have the Enigma high ground kind of defense thing, BKB piercing back holes, but also now Batrider, Soarstormer, he did delay it for quite some time. He's got Blink, so they've got a way of high ground defense, like pulling people out of position and stuff like that, but not easy by any means.
19 to 21, even in terms of kills. Very much not the case in terms of the net worth and the situation of the game. Or staff away, but Celery.
Celery, I mean, that's just mean.
It's true.
It's a dog, though, right? Lassoing the dog, it's pretty appropriate for the lore.
You know, lasso, that's cows you're thinking of.
Yeah, well, whatever. You know, close enough.
All right, fair enough.
The fact that they're doing that, you can see that they're a bit desperate, right?
Yeah.
It's just like using a lasso on a Crystal Maiden is never something that you really want to have to do, but trying to find anything they can to get back into this game.
It gives them enough confidence right now for Fisherman to head on over, take over that outpost, and as we said, you can start pushing out these side lanes. Watson farming the enemy ancients, and Gaimin Gladiators tempting fate a little bit, walking up high ground on the top side here. TP's coming back in. They got to be careful about this.
I mean, they're just covering him with Lotus Orbs. And they're just sitting at the ready Tofu behind him, who has, by the way, queued up the Refresher. So he will be very ready. Whenever that moment happens for the Enigma, he's going to be able to have those globals at every moment.
Finish that off. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Tree
they might
armor.
not even need it, but...
And take a look at that, actually. It's just free Refresher shard, too, coming in on that third Roche.
Oh, beautiful.
Gaming, not checking it yet. but instead thinking about going another round up top. I mean, this is one thing that could be scary here. Entity managed to somehow win a fight at this moment before Gaimin head back and get Roche. Suddenly, you win a fight, you get Aegis.
They got to find the silencer to give Toby an opportunity to be able to play. Like, Stormstormer might have to just blink BKB on and ult his silencer to just try to kill him off or something along these lines, just to give Toby any hope.
Scan, hitting, they find one. Where is he? Tofu's staying very far away.
So far.
The jump in, they get the Aegis, it's still on the ground. Quinn thinks about taking it. And instead, there's going to be the control. Lina pops the refresher, turns, punches, starting to beat down and kill Watson. And they kill him off. He's over in Death Valley, but Quinn gets stuck. And so Watson manages to escape from there. They've lost a couple global down.
Ooh. Toby blinked in incredibly aggressive, blinking onto the low ground there. Little cute little lasso kind of play there, but doesn't actually get them anything that they wanted. Continues to be way too difficult for poor Toby to play the fights. This Enigma.
The only thing that's sort of slightly good is that the Aegis is on Quinn now instead of Dyrachyo, but sort of a Pyrrhic victory if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, Dyrachyo, I mean, has buyback anyways, with boots of travel too, so even if he gets pulled into some weird spot, he can buy back in, jump right back in with the rest of his teammates.
True.
So, not the most ideal, of course, but...
Well, Stormer trying to buy time, spots him, but... I mean, that's the thing that sucks, right? Tofu is completely alone. None of his team can get there to help him, and he's blinking away from it.
He's bluffing. A nice little bluff. Soon to have that refresher, as we were mentioning, too, as here we go. Boots 2.
Finds him. I guess that's the thing. They can get there that quickly.
Yeah.
So Fishman goes down. Ace, blind, blinking for stuns. But won't be able to connect onto anybody as Gaimin. Do they decide to go high ground now? Looks like it.
Yep.
Ace walks up with no Undying. They're going to need to find some type of a lasso play. Watson cutting the creep wave in the mid lane, so they have to make the most amount happen right now without any creeps coming in after.
Might be able to bypass the back door with Lina's full fiery soldier. It still hasn't kicked in either.
Yeah, that's true. God, they do so much damage.
Yeah, he can go right through it. Or she can go right through it.
And Stormer?
Okay.
Finds one. Lasso's there. Still have a lot in the tank, though. Can they bring him down? Don't think so. Broken for a moment. BKB already used. Now in a little bit of trouble. Laguna Blade, never mind. Not in trouble at all. Not even a little bit of a worry.
Oh, man.
MP buys back. Dyrachyo tries to run away. Stormer can't get onto him. There's the black hole onto 2 of them. But the LSA gonna connect and triple kill for Dyrachyo. Looking for more. They don't have answers for this. Quinn playing the intercept. Make sure they can't find that big right clicker. Stampede out, wants to chase. Leash for now. The root is there, but Watson in trouble. So too is Stormer. Turn their sights now onto the stun for the Bat Rider, taking down the buildings.
Oh, they tried. They tried. They got the Lina. They pulled her in, and then she just holds her ground. The turret, again, just continues to be able to do the damage. As the black hole hits on 3, but not enough follow-up, and that's looking like it's very likely the game. The Lina prevails again.
Dude, it's too good. How does it even happen?
Might start to get banned if people are starting to not be able to figure out how to actually counter it, right?
No.
They gave it away. Every game that's been given away here, it's won.
It's won on other regions, too, not just in Western Europe. It's looked so strong. They find and kill off the Treant. Dyrachyo looking strong. Gaimin Gladiators, they're pulling in a new player, feeling good with this first result as they're on the verge now. Try and bring down one. Dyrachyo still living, pops the Satanic, turns, kills off Watson, does not have an escape, and GG is called. Gaimin Gladiators win the series.
Nicely done. This draft, you know, this tri-core again, it prevails just like they had it work last time, and you know, in lanes and stuff like that, it started to look perhaps that maybe Entity was going to get a big advantage here, but then we started to really see the silencer pick. It's never really for lanes. It's just to ruin Enigma's life, and I think Toby...